Hello friends, a very good morning to one and all. This is Sushma Adepo from PT Tutorials Aussies Group. Today we have come with another informative webinar on types of essays. Yes, there are many students suffering to score maximum in written discourse. And today let me explain you few methods on how to ace different types of essays in PTE. If you have any queries, you people can post them in the questions box, or while listening to the lecture, if you have any questions, just note them down on your paper and just post them at the end of the webinar so that there will be no disturbance here. And after completing this PDF, I'll try to answer each and every question. Okay. Now, let's begin today's webinar. Yes. Coming to the types of essays, there are three types of essays in PTE. They are agree or disagree essay, advantages and disadvantages essay, and problems and solutions essay. There are three types of essays. Before going in detail about these essays, let me tell you what is the structure of an essay. Okay, the perfect essay should contain 4 to 5 paragraphs, 4 or 5 paras, in which there is an introductory paragraph at the beginning and 2 or 3 body paragraphs and a conclusion paragraph. Okay, so body paragraphs may be 2 or 3, and we have discussed the structure of the essay. What is the structure? Just write down in 4 paragraphs: introduction, body para 1, body para 2, and conclusion. Now let's discuss what is introductory paragraph, what is body para, and what is conclusion para now. See, this type of essay called agree or disagree essay is also called as an opinion based essay. Let's discuss about opinion based essay structure now. The opinion based essay structure. If you come to the opinion based essay structure, you will be given a general statement in the question, and you have to either agree or disagree that general statement. As the question itself asks, you should either write positive or negative side of the general statement. Hence, this essay is also called as one-sided essay. In this opinion-based essay, for example, if you're supporting the general statement, then stick to the positive side of that particular statement. Don't ever bring a negative word regarding the statement. For instance, let us take a question, and that question be: PT tutorials is the best platform to learn PTE. Agree or disagree? Of course, we support the statement. Then I will write only the positive points of this general statement throughout my essay. I will not even write a bad word about PT tutorials. I think it's clear. Yes, when you look on the screen also, you can observe that both the body paragraphs are giving the reasons, facts, and examples of the general statement. There is no contradiction in between the body paragraphs. Then finally, we have a conclusion here. So, what should be the structure of your opinion-based essay? First, introduction, then support point if you're supporting the general statement. Again, the support point if you're supporting the general statement. Then conclusion. If your opinion is that you want to contradict the general statement, okay, when you think that you are going to contradict the general statement, here you have to give the contradictory points. Also, here also you have to give your contradiction. You should not use both. You should not support both the points in your structure, in your opinion based essay. This is agree or disagree. Agree or disagree, any one side. Here's what happens: some people write firstly and some support points here. When they come here on the other hand and they write contradictory points, what happens? You have promised the computer that you will support a particular general statement. When you stick to supporting, you have to support, and when you're sticking to contradiction, You have to talk about the negative points of that particular essay. And next is structure of advantages and disadvantages essay. Coming to the structure of advantages and disadvantages essay, we can see different things here. First of all, as usual, you have to give the introduction. Then you have to either talk about advantages or disadvantages in your body para 1. What to discuss? Either advantages or disadvantages. For instance, if you have more advantages for that particular general statement, talk about advantages in the first body para. If it has more disadvantages, then talk about disadvantages. Right? About disadvantages, and the contradiction should be given here. That is, if the first body para contains advantages, this should be disadvantages. If you're writing disadvantages in your body para 1, here you have to write about advantages. Clear? And give examples. Okay, because you have to write, actually Pearson score guide tells you that you have to write 200 to 300 words, but the ideal length is 250 plus words. Write more than 250 words. If you're good at grammar, you can go up to 280, 290 also. Why I'm telling you this is, when you write more words, okay, when you write more words, the content will be more. You'll be talking more about the statement, general statement, the question. You'll be talking more about the question. Then what happens? You'll get more points for content. Okay, so just talk more, write more. Don't use any template. Template is not at all good in order to score 79 plus. When you use template, what happens? Extra words will be added. But when you're writing by your own, following the structure, okay, you write more points about the content. Don't follow any template, rather follow structure. And you have to give a clear conclusion here. What should be the conclusion then? The conclusion should be related to body para 1. Here, if you're talking about advantages, then your conclusion should be about advantages. If you're talking about disadvantages, your conclusion should be about disadvantages. Okay, what should we write then in the first para? How to select whether to write advantages or disadvantages? If you have more advantages than disadvantages, go with first para. If you have more disadvantages, write in the body para 1. I'm talking about body para 1. Okay. What will be the examples? Means, for example, tobacco or early child marriages has many disadvantages than advantages. So what will be your body para 1? It will be about disadvantages, but not advantages. Okay. And some of the there's so many advantages and disadvantages, say you can select over them and try. Next is structure of problems and solutions essay. Coming to this problems and solutions essay, you have to give clear introduction. The second para, that is body para 1, will be about problems, body para 2 solutions, and finally you have to give a conclusion. Why not two problems here, two solutions, and two problems here, two solutions here? No, it it becomes a bit complex. See, it is, as I've been telling you, it is not a human evaluating. It's a computer. It's a machine. So let it be very clear. In the first para, body para, just talk about the problems. Just discuss problems. Write something about problems, and the solutions should be written in body para too. Okay. So first para should be introduction. Next, you have to discuss problems, then few solutions for that particular problems. And conclusion, you have to give a conclusion. What will be the conclusion means, if we follow these solutions, the problems will be automatically solved. Like that, something like that. It should be given. Now, coming to the structure of an introduction. What is an introduction? the introduction gives you the clear idea, that is the road map of the essay. Okay, the introduction is given the roadmap. When you look at the screen, you can see that the introduction is divided into two general statements and thesis statements. What are these general statements and what is this thesis statement? Let me explain you. This general statement is further divided into two statements called paraphrasing the question and extending the question. And this thesis statement is again divided to list the subtopics and giving the clear opinion. From here it is very important. So if you want to write a clear introduction, you have to write four sentences. There are four sentences to be written in your introduction. The first sentence should paraphrase the question. Second sentence should extend the question or explain the terms in the question. Whatever words are there in the question, if you're new to them, just explain brief explanation, because we have to talk something regarding the content. Third sentence should list the subtopics. For example, if the question is experience is more effective and useful than books and formal education, something. Here in the third sentence, what you have to write, you should write both positive and negative aspects of formal education. But you have to state your opinion clearly in the fourth sentence. Okay, if it is an opinion based essay, what will be your fourth sentence? You give your opinion as either positive or negative. Whereas for advantages and disadvantages essay, give your opinion as you would like to explain the positive effects and highlight the adverse stream of that particular general statement. And for problems and solutions essay, just give your opinion and as you would suggest the number of ways to tackle the problem. So this is something about introduction. Clearly, an introduction gives the roadmap and give your opinion clearly here. And your challenge starts from here. If you're sticking to the opinion that you're going to support, just only support the general statement. If you're sticking to your opinion that you're going to discuss both advantages and disadvantages, then go with that. If you're going with problems and solutions essay, clearly the structure should follow a problems and solutions essay. Okay, this is very important, and let me explain what this introduction is actually. As it is clear, the first paragraph of an essay is called the introduction. It is said that the first sentence of an introduction it grabs the reader's attention and introduces the topic of the essay. Yes, this introduction part introduce the topic of the essay. The opening sentence of your essay, that is the introduction, should paraphrase a general statement as I've told you, and the, and should follow extension, listing of subtopics, and the final statement of your introduction will be the thesis statement, in which you should present your opinion very clearly. And as I've told you, you have to be very clear from now, you have to be very cautious from now. Okay, if you're supporting, you have to support. If you're supporting a particular general statement, you have to support it throughout your essay, and not even a single negative word of the general statement should be used. And that's it about introduction. Just give a clear cut introduction. Next will be the structure of body para 1. What is the structure of body para 1 means? It is similar for all the three types of essays. You can write the same body para 1 for the three types of essays. That is, every person has a different idea of about a topic, right? See, you have few ideas about a general statement. If the question is there, that general statement, you have different ideas, I have different ideas. But what will the computer have? Computer will have a bulk of ideas. If you write anything regarding the topic, you will get points for that. Okay, and coming to the structure of body para 1, it is similar in the case of all three essays, and starting with the topic sentence. Start your sentence using the topic sentence and write firstly. Start with an opening phrase such as firstly, to begin with, and give one side of the general statement. Okay, given if for example you want to give positive, you want to talk one side that is positive, talk about advantages. Even in opinion based essay also, that is about positive, you're talking about positive. If it is about negative, talking about negative. In problems and solutions essay, in body para 1 you'll be talking about problems only. So it is similar for all the three types of essays. And extend your topic which you have supported here, which you have given here. Extend your topic using supporting details. You can give an example. Okay, you can even write one more supporting point using the word moreover. But concluding statement is very important. Okay, you have to conclude the statement using consequently, therefore, hence, something like that. Now coming to the very important structure of body paragraph 2. This is very important. Why? It plays a vital role in scoring 90 in written discourse. Some students ask me, once I got 90 in written discourse and the other time I've scored 59. What's the reason? And she also told me that she has followed the same structure both the times. Yes, that particular student, she followed the same structure, that is same method for writing an answer. But the question differed. That is, she got an opinion based essay once, might be an advantages and disadvantages essay in other attempt. Now let me explain what happens. If you're writing an opinion based essay, then your second body paragraph should start with secondly, but not on the other hand, however, something like that. Because you are sticking to you're sticking to only one side of the essay. That is one part of the if you're supporting, write positive points. If you're contradicting, write negative points. That's all. But don't club both in this particular opinion based essay. Clear? So you have to write in the topic sentence secondly or furthermore, something like that. But don't use contradictory words like however, on the other hand, um, what else, despite of. Don't use those type of words here, because computer will understand those words. Computer has a set of contradictory words which will explain that this particular paragraph is going to explain contradiction or extension. As you are thinking of extending your statement, you have to use the word secondly and write it. Coming to the second sentence in body para 2, what you have to write? Just supporting details should be given. Like for example, for instance, write an example for that supporting point. And if you want to give one more supporting point, you can give it using the word furthermore. And concluding sentence is optional. Okay, you can either do that or you can skip, depends on your word limit, because we have to write between 200 to 300. You should not exceed 300 words. So if there is a word limit not exceeding, you can write concluding sentence also. Coming to the advantages and disadvantages part of body para 2, what will be this topic sentence? You have to give however or on the other hand, despite of, although, something, a contradictory word, contradictory phrase should be given, because computer should know that you're going to contradict your that is contradict your first para here, first body para. If you're talking about advantages there, computer should know that you're talking about disadvantages here. So for that, you have to give a contradictory word called however. Next, you have to give supporting details, and the supporting details will be the same. And you have to give an example, that is we have used for example there in the first body para. So I've used for instance here. See, don't repeat the words in your essay. This is very, very important. Don't repeat the words, okay? And use synonyms instead. You can use synonyms, use high vocabulary words, because in order to score high in vocabulary, use vocabulary words. And you can use, next, you can use furthermore. Using furthermore, you can extend that particular supporting details. If you want to give one more disadvantage, yes, you can give it using the word furthermore. And the next is an optional concluding sentence. For the problems and solutions essay, you have given problems over in the first body paragraph. And now it's your duty to present the solutions. What will be the solutions? There are number of solutions. You can give it them in the problems and solutions essay in the body para 2. And you can give example also using the word for instance and furthermore. And of course, the concluding sentence will be optional. And you can start your concluding sentence using inevitably or hence, therefore, something like that. But using these words, firstly, secondly, furthermore, moreover, if there is an extension, if there is a contradiction, however, and as a result, consequently, therefore, these words are very important and they give you high written discourse. You're following the structure, you're giving the linking between the words, linking between the sentences, linking between the paragraphs. So, this is very, very important using these words. Coming to the here, see what is this consequently? You're giving something a result. What is this result? This result is based on the support point and the topic sentence, right? So here we are interlinking the sentences. And here you have started using firstly, and here you have started your body para 2 using secondly. That means you're linking your body paragraphs also. This is very important in order to score written discourse 90. Yes, if you write in this way, you will surely get written discourse 90 and high points from your essay writing. But remember, in the opinion based essay, stick to 1 point. In the advantages and disadvantages, you can go with 2 points. That is two sides of the essay. In problems and solutions essay, problems then solutions. This is very, very important. Coming to the structure of conclusion. What is conclusion and what you have to write in conclusion? Most of the students don't understand what to write in conclusion, how many sentences. You can even write one sentence, two sentences, and up to three sentences in your conclusion depending on your word limit. Because conclusion, what are we what should we state in the conclusion? Just you have to give your thoughtful ending. That's all. In my structure, just I restate the thesis. That is, what is thesis? We have given something about here, this opinion. I give my opinion again here, okay? Then I summarize the argument. If I'm talking about positive thing, I summarize my overall body paragraphs here in a single sentence. And if I'm talking about both advantages and disadvantages, I just summarize both in only single sentence. And the problems and solutions also will be summarized in a single sentence and give a thoughtful ending. Okay, this is very important. So overall, your written discourse will be based on following the structure of the essay. What is the formula to write a beautiful essay which gives you more points? What is the formula? You have to understand the question first. You should understand the question and just you have to ask yourself if the question is agree or disagree, advantages and disadvantages, problems and solutions essay. Understanding the question is very important. How to understand the question? Just read the question. If there are words like give your opinion, it will be an opinion based essay. Agree or disagree, it will be agree or disagree question. That is same opinion based essay. If the question is asking you to write positive and negative, and if you see the word and, it will be both sides. That is, in the first para positive, second para negative. Okay, here it is very important to understand the question. And if the question itself gives problems and solutions, that will be problems and solutions essay. And we PT tutorials, we have provided the recently repeated essays which are 14 or 15, that's all. And it is very easy for you to pick up those questions and ask yourself what type of question is this, and write down the answers, because writing answers for 14 essay topics is very easy, and there are repeated questions. Okay, coming to the formula, understanding the question is important. First, if the question itself doesn't have advantages or disadvantages, agree or disagree, opinion, you cannot see any kind of words there. And how to understand the question? For example, the question one of the question was, is it fair for universities to deduct marks for students? That was the question. Is it fair for there is no words like agree or disagree, advantages and disadvantages, problems and solutions, nothing there. How to find out what type of essay is that? In that case, what you have to do is ask the question yourself. Is it fair to deduct marks? Is it fair? What will you answer? Yes or no. But you don't say yes and no. Is it fair? Then you ask yourself, is it fair? It will be, the answer will be yes or no. So what should be your structure? One-sided structure. That is opinion-based structure. First para should start with firstly, second para should start with secondly. And if the question is asking you to give the pros and cons, or benefits and drawbacks, positive and negative, then you have to give both positive and negative, advantages and disadvantages. That is, your first para will be about, it will start with firstly, and your second para should start with however. I'm talking about body paragraphs again. This is very important. Next is, you have to plan your essay. How to plan your essay and produce your essay? As I've told you, we have 14 topics which repeat, and you have to plan each and every question and produce it. Let me explain you with an example. Okay, there is a question called, how widely of you think the problem spreads that people spend too much time on work than their personal life and experience time shortage? What problems will it cause? It is clearly a problems and solutions essay, right? And the question is, between work life balance, how to plan an essay? Just write something. Life balance. If you want to balance a life, family, career, health, and friends, these come into consideration. Plan your essay in such a way that it will be very easy for you to produce when you are writing, because I have told you not to use this template. Without using template, you have to write more words. Okay, you should bring out more ideas. For each and every question, 14 questions, you can frame like this. You can use ideas in such a way that life balance, family, career, health, and friends. When coming to work life, what are important here? Health, work, self, friends, career, time, family, and fun. All these are important. This is how you have to plan an essay. And next is produce. How to produce the essay? This. Work life balance is divided into personal life and professional life. Then, in personal life, we have family, friends, and self. In professional life, we have job and career. In the problems part, you can write all the problems which you can face from family, friends, job, career, everything. Health problems, as it is here, health problems, and time, fun, everything you can write in the problems. What to write in the solutions then? In solutions, there are many solutions to see. Each and every problem has a solution. So you can write down each and every solution for the problems which you mentioned in the body para 1. Next is proofreading. This is very important. Proofreading is very important. Coming to proofreading, most of the students, what they do is they feel like they have given 100% in their essay. As you know, some tips, some structures here. Now you will write, okay, my written discourse should be 90, and you will write few, firstly, secondly, moreover, those type of words. But what about grammar? Grammar also is very important. in this essay. There are many grammatical mistakes which we usually do. There'll be like subject verb agreement, missing comma after introductory element, misusing the apostrophe with its it apostrophe s or its, vague pronoun usage, wordy sentences, passive voice, all those are very important. So what we have to do in that case, we are providing you writing correction service. Okay, those mistakes cannot be identified by you. You can avail discount of 10% using promo code of FEB10 as you can see on the screen, and just use this writing correction service. And we will give you a detailed evaluation and tell you where you are doing mistakes and what the problem is with, because there are many grammatical mistakes in writing. Okay, and let me tell you the scoring criteria of essay writing. Give me a minute. Okay, okay. Coming to the scoring parameters of writing, we have 2 points for form. That is, the length should be between 200 to 300 words, but the ideal length should be 260 to 280 words. What is content? You get 2 points for content also. What is content? Content deals adequately with the prompt. As I've told you, if you write more words about the question, if you give details about the question, you'll be scoring for content. And development, structure, and coherence, you get 2 points. That is, good development and logical structure should be shown. For example, now as I've told you, firstly, secondly, there is a linking between the paragraphs. However, consequently, and all those, they are linking between the sentences. That is only called as logical structure. It shows good development and logical structure. There you get 2 points. But you have to score 2 points in grammar. This is also very important in order to score 79 plus in writing module. And there are many grammatical mistakes which you do, rare grammatical mistakes. General linguistic range, you'll be scoring 2 points for that. And what is general linguistic range? It should be smooth communication. Let the computer know that different you have an idea to write different sentences. Like you can write complex sentences, you can write compound sentences, active voice, passive voice, use everything in your essay. Okay, try to write complex sentences because they add richness to your essay. And coming to vocabulary, you'll be scoring 2 points for vocabulary. Vocabulary as a name, this is the definition of Pearson's core guide, idiomatic expressions and collocations. You can search for idiomatic expressions, but what are collocations? Pearson himself has given us 2000, nearly 2500 collocations. If you Google them, you can find them. PTE academic collocations. Use few collocations in your essay so that Pearson gets impressed. Yes, because he himself has given those collocations and you can use them in your essay. They will be very helpful. Spellings. It is very important because there are only 2 points for spellings. If you do one spelling mistake, you lose 1 point. If you do more than one spelling mistake, you get 0 for spellings. Okay, spellings is very important. If you do maximum spelling mistakes, there is no scope of scoring 79 plus at all. You will not at all reach 79 plus in writing because spellings is very important. As so many students are not aware of, there are two types of spellings in English language, like American spellings and British spellings. And you can use any of them, either British or American, but you should not mix both. This is very important, and this is the scoring structure, that is scoring parameters of essay writing. And overall, what happened here? There are three types of essays: agree, disagree, disadvantages and advantages, problems and solutions. Coming to agree and disagree, you have to stick only to one point. In advantages and disadvantages, you can cover both the points. And in problems and solutions, one para problems and other para will be solutions. And we are glad to tell you that we are availing, we are giving you 10% discount, and you can use this promo code FEB10 on any purchase of our PTE products. And we provide online sessions, group session, weekend batch, personalized coaching also. That is one-to-one session. For more details, you just visit pttutorials.com. And we provide mock test evaluation, describe image service also. If you send your describe image, we just evaluate and tell you what the mistakes you are doing. And writing correction service also is important. And materials, we provide many materials. You can find all them on pttutorials.com, our website. And now it's time for questions. Hello, ma'am. Can I use capital lettered words in between the essay for proper nouns? Yes, you can use. You have to use. You have to use capital words. That is, you have to start your proper noun using a capital letter. Yes, any more questions? Is body para 2 compulsory in an essay? No, it is. It is compulsory. See, mandatory 4 paras or 5 paras you can write. First para should be introduction, second para, body para 1, body para 2, body para 3, and conclusion. Body para 3 is optional. You can either write 4 or 5 paragraphs, but body para 2 is very important. It actually, body para 2 gives the opinion, gives your idea. If you're giving an if you're giving opinion based essay, then it will be the extension. If you're giving advantages and disadvantages essay, it will be the contradiction. Yes, you may get 2 essays in your exam. It depends on the number of summarized spoken text and summarized written text you get. If you get 2 summarized written text, you get 2 essays. If you get 3 summarized written text, you get only 1 essay. But these days, students are getting 2 summarized written text, only 1 essay, but summarized spoken text are 4 in number. Can you please explain little more on subtopics in thesis statement? Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. For example, thesis statement, list of subtopics. Let me explain you first this. For example, let us take if we take an example, and if I explain, it'll be easy. If we take an example of public transport and building more roads, if that is the question, where on which should government spend more money, either public transport or building more roads, if that is the topic, then when you're listing the subtopics, okay, what will be the subtopics here? Building more roads and public transport. These two will be the subtopics. Listing the subtopics means you have to give both the idea. That is, see, they are developing countries and developed countries. When you take developed countries, they tend to spend more money on building more roads. But developing countries, for the economy, okay, in order to improve their income, they want to spend government funds on public transport. When you're listing the subtopics, you have to give both the sides. That is, you have to talk positive side of public transport and a positive side of building more roads. What is here? You have to give your clear opinion here. What is your opinion then? What you want to support? If that is an opinion based question, then you have to give your opinion either on public transport or building more roads. If that is agree and advantages and disadvantages. In my opinion, I am going to discuss the positive side of public transport and bring the adverse side of public transport. Okay, so your opinion should be given very clearly in the introduction part. Listing the subtopics is that you have to talk about both the sides of the essay. You should support both the sides first. Then you have to give your opinion, because there are many people, they see few set of people what they support one point, whereas others they support another one. So you have to give the opinion of the audience here, opinion of the people here. Then your opinion should be given here. Is it clear? Indra Priyadarshini. Okay. Okay. Dhanvendra, how much writing marks essay covered? See, no one can guess how many marks, but compared to other tasks, essay is a bit low weightage task, we can say. Okay. If you get two essays, then the weightage becomes more. Next, Prasanna. If in exam intention forgot to write as per the structure we prepared, written as what we get, will the result in loss of marks? Your written discourse will be down. Your written discourse, if the question itself is asking about either or, you have to give either or. If it is asking about and, write both. This is nothing like forgetting, Prasanna, because if you get habituated to write at least 2 to 3 essays, it will be very easy for you. Just structure what I'm telling about structure, use in the first body paragraph firstly, for instance, or for example, write moreover, then give conclusion. Next, Jubin is asking, how do I master in writing? Write essay, summarize written text and other tasks. Do you have specialized classes? Yes, as I've told you, we provide online sessions like group, weekend and personalized coaching. For group, we provide 15 days of group coaching, and weekend will be only 4 days, 2 Saturdays and 2 Sundays. And for personalized coaching, you can select either 2 or 5 sessions. If you select 2 sessions and you ask only for summarized written text and essay writing, there we can cover them. Clear, Jubin? Next, Indra Priyadarshini, thank you. Okay, Padma. In essay, we have to compulsory specify examples for both opinions and support, or only one support question. It depends on the word limit, Padma. If you, in the first paragraph, you are giving examples, okay, and the word limit exceeded. Exceeded means it is more than 150 or 180. Then you can exclude examples in the second body para. But it is best to give because you will be talking more about the content, right? Yes. Could you please share these slides, please? Okay, Padma. Only for the opinion with support, we have to give example. Okay, I got your question. Okay, in the Agree or disagree type of question, we have to give only one example. You're asking, right? We can give one example in the body para 1, other example in body para 2 also. Can we use ing words in the essay? Yes, it depends. If you're using a be form, is, was, it depends on the sentence, right? You can use ing words. Should I leave space between paras at the beginning of a paragraph? No, you have to click one enter. That's all. Introduction. After completing introduction, click enter once. It moves on to the second, that is body para 1. Click enter only once. How much time required to get prepared before essay writing? You don't get any time. There'll be overall time of 20 seconds. You have to plan, produce, and prepare, proofread also in that time. So before going for the exam, you have to practice at least 10 to 15 essays. And those 10 to 15 essays, if they are repeated essays, then that would be very helpful for you. And to grab those 15 essays, just join PT tutorials group in the Telegram. My grammar score is 82, written discourse is 83, writing score is 71. May I know your spelling score as well, please? Because I've told you spellings is very important. Kumar, that might be the problem with your spellings. Spellings 43, yes, that is a problem then. You have to improve your spellings. What is the difference between concluding sentence in paragraph 1 and conclusion part for opinion based essay? Okay, okay. So let me explain you. Yes, here you're giving one support point. For example, if we take public transport as an example, okay, you're supporting public transport, and here you're talking about pollution, and here you'll be talking about something related to road accidents or something. Okay, your conclusion should not be the overall conclusion. It should be the conclusion of these two sentences only, these two topics. What you have talked here about pollution, and here about accidents. So when people tend to use public network, then we can avoid accidents. And again, you have to paraphrase it using consequently, giving those two ideas again, giving a conclusion. Okay, and this conclusion is quite different from this. Here we are summarizing the argument, there we are summarizing only the two previous ideas. Clear? Yes. Next is Hima. Pawan, should I leave space between paras? No. In agree or disagree, if we write only agree, we will get more points on that. Yes, you have to write that. Only agree. If you are agreeing, you should write only positive side of the essay. You should not bring any negative point over there. Rupali Sharma, ma'am, in first attempt I got 19 spelling, second attempt 30. That might be the issue with American and British spellings, Rupali. That is the only problem with you. You might have used only one, that is either American or British in your first attempt, but you have mixed both in your second attempt. When can be commas mostly used in paras? See, introductory element. If you're introducing something, you have to use a comma. That also is considered as a grammatical mistake. That is the that is common grammar mistakes each and every student do. In order to know what mistakes you are doing, just join our writing correction service and you'll come to know what mistakes you're doing. Okay? Yes. Can you give us those repeated questions? Yes, you can find those repeated questions in the Telegram. Just download Telegram and join PTE tutorials. You can find a Telegram symbol. on PT Tutorials website also. You can join from there. Kumar, I've told you spellings is the problem for you. 43 points in spellings means you will never cross 79 plus. Padma, can I get previous webinars on PT? Yes, on YouTube. Does backspace impacts our spelling score? Yes. Backspace is impacts the spelling score, and most of the students, we have proved also, our students have proved that when they haven't used the backspace, and most of them have scored 90 in their spellings, but that doesn't affect your writing score, however. Okay, Dharmendra, what happen if I leave one blank line in between essay? If you leave one blank line, your written discourse might go down. That's all. Nothing happens. Indra Priyadarshini, thank you, thank you. What is written? That's what written discourse. That is Hima Pavan. Written discourse means the way you're writing. That is the logical sequence. You are bringing the logical idea between the paragraphs, logical idea between the sentences. That is known as written discourse. And if you use these words, however, moreover, furthermore, consequently, for each and every sentence of yours, for example, okay, see how many sentences you write overall. In the introduction, you write 4 sentences. Body para 1, 4 sentences. Body para 2, 3 sentences. Conclusion, 2 to 3 sentences. For each and every sentence, use firstly, moreover, furthermore, consequently, secondly, and we can find a lot of opening words, opening phrases, contradictory phrases, conclusion phrases on Google. Just Google them and try to use good words so that your written discourse will be 90. And Prasanna, I'm going to give my first attempt on March 10th. Okay, is this your first time? Rupali, if we are not sure in starting that which side to take, so we can write in clear opinion of introduction that further exposition will bluster my views. No, no. Your introduction should be very clear. As I have told you, it should be very clear. You have to give clear introduction there, because computer will note down your introduction. That is thesis statement. I have told you, thesis statement will be noted down by the computer. If you are going to talk about positive and negative, computer will be ready for the contradictory paragraph also. If you are talking only about positive side, computer will be ready for 2 paragraphs which are giving a positive side. Okay, clear, Rupali? Your introduction opinion should be very clear. Prasanna, it is the first time, yes. So be perfect in speaking. Don't fumble. Let your speaking score be 90. Don't fumble your oral fluency. We have done many videos, many webinars on oral fluency and pronunciation. Last week's webinar was on oral fluency. You can go through that. Okay, I've given you with examples that might help you. And on each and every topic, we have done webinars. You can just go through them and you can try and see when you're giving an attempt of PT for the first time. PT is nothing like sorry, PT is nothing like English language. It is just your presence of mind, your concentration, your smartness, and how much skilled are you. That is the only thing a computer can check. It is not about English language. So just follow the tips and strategies, follow the webinars. Can you give me a suggestion for selecting multiple choice question? How to answer? I am facing the difficulty. Yes, Padma, that depends on your understanding. There are no tips and strategies and no tricks for the reading module. In the listening, if you have to, but what I can say is first read the question. If possible, read the question and options, then go for the passage. For some students, what they do is they read the question, go to the passage, and come to the options. That is comfortable for them. How can I access to previous webinars? Just go to pttutorials.com. There you can see closed webinars. You can go through them. Or else in YouTube, if you type for PT tutorials webinars, you can find many. Sai Ramya, which sections have negative marking? Multiple choice, multiple answers in reading and listening, and highlight incorrect words in the listening module. These are the three questions having negative marking. Did I miss any question? Yes. Any more questions? Okay. Yes. If you have any questions, just post in the question box. And Hima Pavan, did you post your question? Okay. Who else? That's all. Okay. If your queries are completed, Ashish. Ashish is asking which module has more weightage of points. If you are scoring for 79 plus, each and every question is important. I'm telling you. But if you are scoring for 65 plus, concentrate more on speaking module, more on read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, answer short questions, and read a lecture. Okay, collect more keywords from summarize spoken text, summarize written text, and what else? Reading fill in the blanks, listening fill in the blanks are very important. Welcome. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding this essay structure, or if you were following the different structure, just try to follow this and look at your written discourse score. That will be 90. And most of the students do this mistake. Yes, Vipula, you are giving exam for the first time. Just go through our webinars. We have given many tips and strategies. We have discussed a lot there on oral fluency. First, work on your speaking. Okay, work on your speaking. Let your words be very clear. Work on your speaking, oral fluency, pronunciation, spellings mostly. If you're scoring for, if you're aiming for 79 plus, spellings play a major role there. Yes. Okay. Okay. If your queries are completed, let's end the webinar. One more question. If I stop speaking and repeat sentence, that will be adding half marks at least. If you click next immediately, you have spoken half sentence and you have clicked next immediately, then if that sentence is more than 50%, you get 2 out of 3 points. Okay, you get 2 out of 3 as Pearson score guide. That is the score. Next is, I heard that there are so much noise, there is no so much noise in the classroom. Is it true? Yes, Dharmendra, because classroom means they'll be giving you cabins, and of course, many students will be taking their exam. So when they talk, each and everyone talk, there'll be PT tests can be in different cities and countries. Does the degree of getting an easy or hard exam vary from place to place? I don't think so, because that is a system, right? in speaking sentence, if we are not able to say exact sentence, can we say with our own words but same meaning? No. You should not use synonyms in that repeat sentence. You have to speak exact words. Overall, in the overall PTE, you have to use exact keywords from the lecture or from the passage. You should not paraphrase the questions. You should not paraphrase the keywords. Only in essay writing you can paraphrase, because there are more than 300. Writing only that particular question will not be good. Discount of FEB 10% discount is applicable to online classes also. Yes, it is applicable for all the things we provide, all products. Evaluation, materials, writing correction service, describe image service. Writing correction service means you have to write summarized written text and essay writing, and you have to send it to us. Then we give you a writing correction service. And someone asked me about that. You can just take a writing correction service, then it will be very easy for you. We just give all the mistakes what you are doing in your essay or summarized written text, then we'll send you an email regarding that. There is also describe image service for speaking module, and for the people who are writing for the first time, you can use this, because you will come to know where you are, right? Okay. Welcome Prasanna, welcome Dharmendra, Padma, welcome. And any more questions? If your queries are completed, I want to end the webinar. Yes, we are from India. We provide online sessions as well. Can we send SST also for writing correction service? Manish? Okay. Okay. As questionnaire is completed, let me end the webinar. I hope the lecture on types of essays was clear. And let's meet on next Saturday with another useful webinar. And don't forget to join Telegram group and to download PT Tutorials app. Just grab the opportunity of online coaching discount as well. 10% discount using the promo code PTE10. The final question, let me take it. How to use collocation between sentences? You can use them in the words as words only. Okay. And regarding summarized spoken text writing correction service, you can just call our help desk, or you can visit to pttutorials.com and avail that. Okay. And thank you so much. See you next Saturday. Bye bye and have a great day.